Hi, so if you go on Twitter right now, you'll see a lot of support for Brie Larson, with thousands of people claiming that she's some feminist icon. And I think that's a complete lie. And I'm really disturbed to see that claim, or that concept that Brie Larson is a feminist icon. It's absolutely, completely false. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why she isn't a feminist icon and why she's actually helped to kill feminism. And I'm actually going to give you new insights that I don't think you've seen before. I don't see other people discussing these points, and they are very important. So even if you don't believe in feminism, but you want to hear more news about Captain Marvel, please watch this video. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to leave any comments, please do so, whether you like this video or not. If you disagree or agree, please leave your comments below. So feminism is basically the equality of the sexes between men and women. It's something that we all know about. So I'll just put that in there briefly. Now, the first reason why Captain Marvel destroys feminism is because this movie hijacked and stole the marketing of International Women's Day and actually abused International Women's Day. So take for example the 3 main actresses last year. They didn't tweet once, not one single tweet about International Women's Day last year. But this year, when they're promoting their movie, they tweeted about it 8 times. So that shows they're not really that interested in International Women's Day. They just wanted to take the publicity. So International Women's Day is like a brand which brings with it a lot of publicity. And those actresses stole that publicity and redirected it towards their movie. In their tweets, they didn't link to the International Women's Day website, which they could have done. They could have brought people, their fans, to their tweets and then shared that interest and that traffic with the International Women's Day movement, which they didn't. They just wanted to hijack the publicity that International Women's Day makes and send it to their movie. Because last year they didn't tweet about it once, and I think it's disgusting that they've hijacked International Women's Day and the publicity it brings to help to make their movie more money. I just think it's a horrendous thing to do. Then number 2, I just find the hypocrisy of Captain Marvel and Brie Larson just completely ridiculous, because this movie, we're told, is based on feminism. Now, I remember the days of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator 2 and Sylvester Stallone, and there was many women going on TV and on the news, the days before the internet, and they were talking about how these movies were based on violence, and they were encouraging young men to become violent. But now, all the female characters are basically taking over the role of men in terms of violence. If you take, for example, this can be applied to Wonder Woman also, and to Hunger Games, and now to Captain Marvel. But we were told specifically that Captain Marvel is a movie based on feminism. So why are these women adopting what they dislike about men? That is just hypocrisy. And that isn't feminism. Following in the footsteps of men because you think that's the only way that women can get equality is just completely ridiculous. That isn't feminism. That is the opposite of feminism. Now, women control about 70% of all consumer spending. So women have the power to change the world, to change companies. They could go to companies and say, well, we're not going to buy your products until you pay women the same as men. They're not doing that. They're just following in the footsteps of the things they don't like. Okay, it's just really so ridiculous that these women can't, and these fans of Brie Larson can't see what's happening. They are following in the things they dislike. It's just ridiculous. Now, number 3, we're being told that Captain Marvel is like an inspirational movie for young girls. Well, that doesn't make sense. That's the complete opposite to what men are told. Okay, so men have made the modern world. About 98% of all the things around you were made or invented by men. Everything from penicillin to the telephone to the car to electricity, all invented by men. But we didn't wait until Superman or Iron Man were made into movies. We've created the modern world for hundreds of years, if not thousands. So why are young girls being told they need to watch a movie? The reason is these production companies like Disney and Marvel, they want young girls to think this is some sort of addictive drug. It's like a psychological drug. You can't do anything until you watch Captain Marvel, and then you need to wait until the next Captain Marvel comes along before you feel inspired again. That is completely false and toxic and a horrendous message to give to young girls. Okay, that everybody, whether you're male and female, should be a self-starter. You don't need someone to come along and inspire you. That's what men have done. Men have been self-starters by creating the modern world the way we have. Okay, we've made mistakes, like the atom bomb, or we're not perfect, but almost everything we've done that's helped to make the world better. Okay, so the concept that Captain Marvel is an inspirational movie is complete falsehood. It's a complete con designed to hook young girls into psychologically thinking that they need to watch these movies in order for them to become inspired, because it proves that they're not needed. Men didn't wait until Iron Man was made into a movie before we invented the car. It's just ridiculous what these young girls are being told. Number 4, Disney pays women less than men, and they're forced by law to report it in Britain. And it showed in Britain they pay men around 22% more, and that's before bonuses. After bonuses, it was 40%, and that was from their own statistics. And if you take in point the store workers, their report said that the store workers received a 70% more bonus than the female staff. So you have a business that pays women less than men, but millions of feminists have come out and given them a load of money. Okay, if this movie makes $1 billion profit, why did Disney need to give women a pay rise when they know they can still make money? So it's a bit like, let's say a load of vegans go into McDonald's and buy $50 million worth of burgers, but then the vegans turn around and say, McDonald's, right, we want you to stop selling meat. McDonald's would think, well, you've just given us $50 million, why would we want to stop selling meat? It's completely counterintuitive. The feminists are giving money to a business that pays women less than men. That isn't feminism. Feminism is pushing and supporting a movement that creates change. Now, the suffragettes, back in 1903, they actually wouldn't have fell for this con or this scam at all. They would have attacked these businesses. Now, I'm not promoting that concept at all, but they used to burn down buildings. So they would have gone and found the homes of people who worked for Marvel and Disney and burnt their houses down. Again, I'm not promoting that whatsoever, so don't claim I am. But feminism isn't giving your money to a business that pays women less than men because you're told they're releasing a feminist movie. That is a marketing scam. They've fallen for a marketing scam. This movie is not a feminist movie. It's just a way for Disney to make a boatload of money for their shareholders. Now, if you go online, you'll see that the top 5 individual shareholders, these are people, not investment trusts or pension funds, but the individual people, out of the top 5, 4 of them are men. And I won't be surprised if you took all the shareholders, whether it's, let's say there's a million shareholders or 100,000 shareholders, I won't be surprised if about 80% of them are men. So this movie, although it's claimed to be a feminist movie, is just designed to help Disney make its shareholders as much money as possible. And that's what a business is there for. Every single business is designed to make as much profit as possible. And that's what this movie will do. They're not there. Businesses aren't there to support feminism or particular social agendas. They'll only do it if it helps them to make money. And that's what's happening in this situation. They're using feminism to make their shareholders a load of money, even though they pay women less than men. So this isn't feminism. This is the opposite to feminism. This is giving a money to a business that pays women less than men. That isn't feminism. That's the opposite to feminism. That's why, in my belief, the core reason why this is just the death of feminism and the concept of what feminism is. And finally, this movie is a complete waste of time and money. So let's say after ticket sales, DVD sales, digital downloads and merchandise, this movie makes $1.5 billion in revenue. Now, it could be more than that. Let's say it's $1.5 billion. If you divide that by 40 hours and $15 an hour and 52 weeks, that could be 48,000 female apprenticeships. So these could be young, great footsteps in great careers for young girls like teachers or scientists or computer engineers or, great well-paid careers that these young girls can move into with the help of apprenticeships. Okay? But instead, all these millions of feminists around the world have fallen for this marketing scam and given a business that pays women less than men. So it's a complete opposite of feminism. It's a complete waste of time and money. And that doesn't include... Okay, so let's say you go to the cinema. You're talking about 4 hours of your time. So if 50 million people go and watch this movie, that's about 200 million hours that could have been used to educate young girls. But instead, they've given it to a business for them to give it to their shareholders, and you could say that about 80% of them are men, and that business also pays women less than men. It's the complete opposite of feminism, and there's so many people have fallen for it. They have fallen for a con that will see the death of feminism. If a group of feminists go to Disney in 5 years' time and say, right, we want you to pay women the same as men, Disney will just turn around and say, well, 5 years ago you just gave us $1.5 billion for a feminist movie, even though we pay women less than men. People aren't looking at this the way feminists were. They've been caught up in the marketing. They've been told this is a feminist movie, yet it isn't. Okay, you don't make movies and tell young girls they're inspirational movies. Okay, because that isn't what people should work on. People should work on being self-starters. Okay, all they're trying to do is create these movies, these female movies, into like psychological, addictive movies that young girls have to go and watch. So these are just the 5 reasons why Captain Marvel is the complete death of feminism. Okay, I just can't believe, I'm just in shock that so many millions of feminists who, and I'm not going to call them feminists anymore because they think they're feminists. They're falling for a con. Brie Larson is not a feminist. Okay, she wouldn't make a movie based on violence and following the footsteps of men. If she was a feminist, she'd want to create women who are different, who have learnt from the mistakes of men. So men make mistakes, women learn from them, and women create an equal society based on those lessons that they've learnt from the mistakes men have made. That's feminism. Just copying the mistakes men have made isn't feminism. Why were women attacking these characters like Arnold Schwarzenegger 20 years ago when they're going to do it? When they're just going to be complete hypocrites and copy those footsteps now? I can't believe they hijacked and abused International Women's Day. A lot of their marketing was run about International Women's Day. They haven't donated any money to the cause. They didn't link to their website. To not have the courtesy to link to their website shows that they just wanted to take the traffic and transfer it to Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel is just a product. It's like a car or a hamburger or a banana or a t-shirt. It's just a product that a business has made to make money, and that's what businesses are there for. They're not there to inspire young girls or to give women pay rises or any of these things. They're not here to create apprenticeships for young girls. They're there to make a profit for their shareholders. And if they didn't do that, if Bob Iger said, right, I'm not going to make a profit for the shareholders, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to inspire young girls to become the next fighter jet pilots. The shareholders will want to sack Bob Iger because the shareholders are there to make as much money as possible. This movie is a con, and it's the death nail of feminism. And if you agree, please leave your comments below. Again, if you disagree, please leave your comments. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. But for me, these are 5 things that I'm not seeing anybody else talk about in real detail. And I hope it's been useful for you. But I'm really annoyed that Brie Larson is being held up as a great feminist when she's just part of a great big scam to make male shareholders more money. That's what this movie is about. And I'm just so annoyed that millions of people have fallen for this scam. It is just appalling. I can't believe it.